What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Kimo. Everyone was calling it in the chat. Down on set point. Kimo decides to go with his tried and true Ra here, and he's gotten Tundra. So Tundra is an interesting map for Ra. And let me finish before we get into that. This is the best of the best tournament hosted by DoD's Shelty. This is a best of 5. It's currently 2 wins for Matreiuss. He just completely destroyed Kimo's Uranus. 2 games straight there with some brutally strong Uranus Poseidon play. Kimo did win the first game with some brutally strong Uranus play himself, but hasn't managed to make it happen again just yet. So he's deciding to switch it into the Ra. Now, let's discuss Ra on Tundra here. On Voobly, you don't have access to the super overpowered and not balanced at all Cope-Hesh unit. You also don't have access to the super balanced and not broken at all Shifting Sands, which can steal 2 villages. So you can't do a lot of the strats that I've been promoting recently for the extended edition, but what you can do is you can go for Bast on this map. You get out Sphinx, you get out Spearman, and you can sort of maneuver around and raid Matreiuss and sort of role-play as Zeus a little bit with the Sphinx raids like Centaur raids as an option. The other thing you can do is simply just go, I'm just going to play 2 Town Center Tar here and have a great time with a really nice gold mine over here. But the thing is, Kimo hasn't seen it yet, and he's not scouting with his non-existent goat. Super unlucky for Kimo to get no goat. He would have definitely checked this out if he had it, and he would have seen a beautiful gold mine here. But he may just simply go Tar and grab this town center anyways. He's got caribou, he's got berries. It's not a bad town center. The berries sort of protect a little bit of a natural protection for the town center as well. So we'll see. Matreiuss, on the other hand, he's had so much experience in this matchup, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 40, 50 plus minute game here, because Matreiuss realizes that he doesn't have to beat Ra early as Poseidon. Poseidon's one of the few gods that can really go toe to toe with Ra in the hyper late game. So I mean, we'll see what Matreiuss is going to do. I mean, the map, technically Kimo doesn't know about it yet, but the map is really bonkers good for Kimo. I think he should have eaten this hunt first. I always eat, as Ra, I always eat my forward hunt or my caribou first. It's much faster. You don't spend so much time on the Aurochs. You can advance much quicker. But we'll see. The temple is up in a bit of a precarious location. The town center doesn't defend it, but he will have watchtowers. But this map is really, just like I said, this map is really good for Kimo. Matreiuss, on the other hand, I mean, it's not like this map is bad per se for Matreiuss. He's got lots of hunt. He's going to have easy access to town centers as sort of both back town centers. That means that no mercenary spam is going to come for him. He's going for an immediate second town center here. You can see he's not even getting out his Theseus early. And we see the temple just about to get up for Kimo, and he should be advancing just after it gets up, after this villager probably. Let's check that out. As Kimo has queued up the Ptah. So no surprises here for Kimo. The surprise is going to be which town center he goes for. Obviously, I can see the map, and I know this one's the best one, but Kimo hasn't. So he may go for this one thinking this is his best gold mine choice. But we'll see. We'll see what he goes for. We do see the villagers already moving over here. No Theseus Hippolyta instantly here for Matreiuss. Bit of a surprise, to be fair. Normally you get the early Theseus Hippolyta out. You might be able to deny or prevent this or force a Shifting Sands into your base. But not doing that. There's the lure. Super late lure. This Matreiuss guy, he's got some crazy ideas. He's got some crazy ideas indeed. Villagers are returning over here onto this gold. Oh no. You hate to see it. This is why there's a man, and I'm gonna give him a shout. His name is Bam, but he's also known as Lucky Bam or Ra needs buff, and he always talks about the fact that Ra needs a scout. And normally Ra doesn't really need a scout because Ra has the Pharaoh, he has the Hurtables, but this map doesn't have the Hurtables, misses this gold mine, going for this town center. But like Matreiuss obviously thinks this is the town center to deny, but he's not going to. So now Matreiuss has got a fairly decent shot at a gold staff here. Maybe. I guess we'll see. We'll see. This town center here has nothing but wood either. There's no resources around it. I actually don't think that Kimo's even spotted this because I don't think he sent his Pharaoh over there. Yeah, there's farms. Well, farms are going down very early. So it's just classic 2 town center Ptah here. And Matreiuss is just going 3 town centers. He's just like, that's fine. Let's just not... Let's pretend we don't exist. Each of us don't exist for 10 minutes. So if you guys are watching on the YouTubes, maybe just skip forward to the 10-minute mark. That's when things will get interesting. But for you guys on the Twitch, this is all about where you put your villages, how you get your units out, in what order you get everything out, and making sure everything's efficient here. Matreiuss, I love this play from Matreiuss with this lure. This is playing around the free rock. And that's what you do with it. You're playing around the free rock. So when the rock comes in, or when the Hathor comes in, you move all of your villages that are out of your base into your home base, and you eat these, and you eat this hunt here. And that way, the rock is not going to be able to find anything to locust, and you're going to be a very happy person. But you see the villagers spotting an Auroch over here. Is there more than one Auroch? No, it's just one. Matreiuss a little bit idle villagers here. I mean, he's got a lot, so maybe it doesn't matter. He's throwing up. We see Kimo throwing up a box here. Going to be. It's just such a bizarre box. Surely it's better to just build the box here. Use the temple. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You're seeing walls coming up for Matreiuss. And Matreiuss knows. He knows what's up here. He knows he's sort of playing for the late game. And he's already just setting up walls nice and early. Just a super high IQ player Matreiuss is. This rain is going to push Kimo's economy initially in front of Matreiuss, but he's going to be able to catch up. Hathor is on the way now for Kimo, though. Dumping all the food into the thing. And the problem here for Matreiuss is I don't think he realizes that Kimo hasn't scouted here. So there may be no opportunity to gold star. I mean, there's not. He's won 3 town centers. He hasn't even... He's built 1 military building so far. So... That's the thing. Stable going down on this, though. You can surround the gold mine and prevent Kimo from getting it. All the houses coming up. Villagers pushing forward. I don't know what he's doing. He's looking for more hunt. He's here, though. Hathor comes through. Where does the fortress or the hill fort come up? Just throwing it up safe in his base. There is sort of no reason to like risk throwing it up here, but 3 town centers, I would risk it. 3 town centers, I would risk it. And then, especially because you've got the box over here that you can shift units into as well. Now the villagers moving over. It looks like Kimo has spotted this gold mine. We're seeing some cavalry coming out. This centaur is going to get sniped. Dead centaur. And there's the locust swarm. Picks every single one of those villagers off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's what I thought he was saving the hunt for in his base. So when Hathor comes in, he can just retreat home. But 7 villagers dead. I mean, that basically just makes the 3 town centers even, doesn't it? That's not that big of a deal. God power down, Tango down. 3. I'm not sure Matreiuss is going to be too upset about that one. That's definitely better or worse locusts that could possibly happen. Big problem for Matreiuss is going to be food right now, though. He doesn't have plow. Is it coming through? No, it's not. Quarry. Instant quarry for Matreiuss. Really smart play. Really, really smart play here. Getting that instant quarry. Probably instant irrigation as well. He's already got that. This is just vintage Kimo, really. Just mass upgrade, economic upgrades into kill your opponent with the crazy economic advantage. Villagers moving forward now. We just see this Theseus doing some damage to the camel. We're going to be able to surround these Hippocon Matreiuss. Because he went 3 town centers here, he shouldn't really be looking to fight until he gets like heavy Hippocon or something. He should just be playing nice and defensive, sitting back behind these walls that he's created. Playing for the late game like he wants to, or the early Mythic Age through Hephaestus or something like that. You just see the Patsuchos is back. Kimo's going to easily get this town center up. Going to be very, very happy. We just see the side build coming up. What is this with these houses? This is wild. The wall's coming over on the corner to prevent a market. Very smart by Matreiuss to be blocking that one off already. He has left a gap though, I think. Yeah, he has in his walls. I don't think it's going to matter all too much though. Matreiuss still booming away. Again, we're throwing up a barracks now, and not forgetting to get those spearmen out to deal with all of the prodromus that might come through, and bashing through this wall as well. There's really not a lot of places to raid. Matreiuss's base is pretty safe. I mean, maybe this gold mine is Matreiuss is greeting it just a little bit, but here's what it is. Do we see any upgrades? Plow coming through for Matreiuss. Finally, Sun-Tried Mud Brick for Kimo. Such a smart play. This upgrade is so important. See the cavalry instantly move over to this gold mine as they come through. And Kimo's going to spot this and then fight and kill off a bunch more villagers. Really brutal raids by Kimo here. And it's like the upgrades for Kimo. This is, I mean, if you've ever watched I'm going to just do a little bit of plug here. If you ever watch my Raptor medium level build order, this is essentially it in a nutshell, except done perfectly. You just get all the upgrades out as soon as you possibly can, get all your military units out, and you just get super far in front on technologies. And you can see the score difference here is so brutal because the raids was just so good, and the cavalry such a big counter to what is going on over here. You can't really fight this. Kimo is going to be fighting it though with the Hippocon, and he shouldn't be because it's medium infantry or medium Hippocon here. Seeing Kimo retreat. Dionysus for Matreiuss. It's interesting, but why? I can't explain the Dionysus. Like 3 town centers for Matreiuss early indicates to me he wants to play for the late game. Dionysus is a timing push god. It falls off super hard when Chronolation towers come through, and I don't see any point in which Matreiuss can hit a timing push with the bronze or with Thracian horses or with anything else. Does he have Spirited Charge? He doesn't have Spirited Charge. I am very confused. I would have thought Aphrodite every day of the week here, followed by Hephaestus or Artemis. Probably Hephaestus is better, but Artemis is okay as well because you don't get Colossus. You get stronger archers, which is kind of important in the late game if you go Artemis, so it's kind of okay. But we'll see what Matreiuss is going to do with this Dionysus here. Kimo's upgrades are sort of falling short now. He's going through Osiris. No surprises. Definitely don't want to go through Horus. Potentially, maybe the Dionysus was to maybe fake Kimo into going Horus. There's the shifting sand. And the ball segments don't do anything. If he walls off over here, they would do something. He could kill us off. But the Hydra is going to do some damage. Looks like this Migdal Stronghold not going to go up, as the Hippocon should be able to pick off all these units. We see a heavy Hippocon coming through as well. And there's the Mercenary Cavalry. Very strong units, but that's going to, I mean, maybe it's fine. See the market over here in this location. It's a little bit inefficient, but he kind of has to do it. I mean, you see these units pushing their way out of this wall as the priest trying to snipe the Hydra. It takes so long for the priest to kill the Hydra. Meanwhile, Kimo's still trying to push in. Another Migdol stronghold coming up as these spearmen are starting to flood in. Now Hephaestus have to come out. Doesn't look like there's any upgrades for them just yet. And there's a bronze coming through for Matreiuss as he's really wanting to get this fortress up. Make sure... Oh, Matreiuss market. Have to take note of that. Do we see a Mythic Age coming through? No, Thracian horses for Matreiuss. How's the economic upgrades? Oh no. Very, very lackluster upgrades here for Matreiuss. So now this box command. Oh, micro. Kimo's running for his siege tower. He's gonna make it. Oh, that was really nice micro from Kimo. Beautiful fake there. And there's the ceasefire from Matreiuss. I'm not sure what the ceasefire was about. I'm really not sure. See stables coming up nice and far forward here. Matreiuss is already all over the map with buildings. See the heals from the Son of Osiris just insta heals everything. Is this just so he can get... Yeah, he's going Artemis. Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't think that Artemis is like... It's not that it's better. It's not that it's worse. It's not that it's better. It's just like very different style of late game. You get access to arrow shaft or something. What's it called? Shafts of plague, which is pretty big. Help for your Toxotes late game. Extra 10% damage is nothing to be sneezed at. And now we see Kimo pushing through with these champion spearmen. We need to see some Hephaestus. The stable's just literally just throwing them down everywhere. Doesn't care in the slightest. And we've got Spirited Charge Thracian horses. They kind of do okay, to be honest, against the spearmen. I mean, maybe not champion spear. Maybe he needs his own champion Hippocon. I do wonder if the goal here for Matreiuss with Artemis is to earthquake this, get us around on the Son of Osiris. Maybe, or to hold onto earthquake and then go for a Titan. Could be an option. This Son of Osiris is doing absolute work. We can't be building these Hephaestus here. These spearmen all just died. They don't have upgrades yet. They're not that scary. Oh, Son of Osiris? Son of Osiris? Rock. Where's Hippolyta? Where's Hippolyta? Get Hippolyta out. Earthquake this. Kill the Son of Osiris. Life is much better. Now we see these catapults moving in. We're just trying to chase down the rock here. Kill off this Son of Osiris. Still no, there's the earthquake on this location here. Gonna kill down the Migdol stronghold for sure. But he's so late on it, and he does he's doing a lot of damage here to the Son of Osiris, but he just can't quite kill it off. He doesn't have the span of units. Population is 114 for Matreiuss. Son of Osiris is retreating back. Oh. Mercenary cavalry. Just pushing in. Feels bad. Would love to see some form of a... There is a fortress going up in the middle of the map. Where'd the Son of Osiris run to? Why is he... I never get why people hold on to their Son of Osiris. It's like no better than a Pharaoh if it's just chilling. So may as well get some more value out of it. Big raid coming in here from the Chimera and the Hippocon. And I mean, right now these Hippocon are huge. Really huge. But Kimo should be able to... Well, he basically needs to get Kren towers up. You just see the siege towers pushing through some of these buildings over here. But now the militia are out. They do have... They are heavy militia as well. And now it looks like Kimo's Son of Osiris is coming back. Feels good. Random 3 priests here. I'm not sure what those are doing. So many villagers getting picked off here. Absolutely brutal by Matreiuss at this point. He's managing to retreat here. These mercenary cavalry coming in yet again. And neither player is really in danger of losing the game right now. They just need to keep getting their economic upgrades, trading well. Yet again, back onto the Son of Osiris. Little bits of chip damage. And the Son of Osiris should go down here. Kimo has accepted that he is losing that one. And this game is just going very, very late game here. The spearmen are all out. More champion chariots coming through. Good upgrades for both players, to be honest. You see some more raids going on this location here. I'd love to see Matreiuss send more villagers forward and just throw down more military buildings in the middle of the map. Here's one fortress here in the middle of the map. And Matreiuss is doing a tactical pause. We had started his trade route. It's a bit of a dangerous trade route, to be honest, because this is exactly where the fighting's happening. Might be better to throw it up here, to be honest. Just saying. How much gold does Kimo have? I mean, his trade is huge. It doesn't work when it's paused. We can just check how big the trade route is and take a guess. Well, he's got 30 camel caravans, 29 camel caravans, 30 camel caravans, exactly 30 camel caravans. Should have the Pharaoh in power in this. He's got the priest. Doesn't matter. And delete this market. Oh, he's still building more though. Jesus. GG. Alright, so Kimo's on no gold at the moment, but that's because he's spamming mercenary. But like we said, Poseidon matches up pretty well against this because the mercenary cavalry kind of get countered by the militia. If I can find a militia. I can't. Maybe we see one soon when the catapult comes in. And fortress dies, and we see militia. I don't think they have bonus damage against anything. They don't have any bonus damage, but they just like they deal hack damage. The mercenary cavalry does have less hack damage. He does have less hack damage, but Kimo's got no. A little bit less on the PS armor upgrade, so they are technically pretty decent against them, but that is what it is. And we see some towers now coming up for Kimo in the front, but the picking up the palace just means that, or the fortress just means that these champion infantry just come forward and do some damage. We see the siege tower coming over to pick off these houses. Maybe this is a bait from Matreiuss, just throwing up more buildings in the middle of the map. This fortress finally coming up here. I'd like to see maybe some Heliopoli raids over here to force mercenary out so that the mercs aren't coming on this side of the map. Or something like that. And now the fortress is up for Matreiuss. He's just going to be rebuilding his houses. And these militia deal with these units pretty well. Now they're coming out. Can get some more raids. And Kimo's got to be a little bit annoyed with his trade route. Wait, where does Pharaoh go? Did he get killed? Maybe he got killed. You can just see like Kimo's very low on resources here, still not fully upgraded. So I don't know about this constant fighting going on here. If you can afford to not, it's probably good. Now we see Prodromus coming in. We've got good upgrades on these guard towers. These guard towers just chew through cavalry. And it's like almost time that we sort of need to start seeing where do you position with your units and transitioning into like Toxotes Petropolis or even like some Heliopolis first and Toxotes Petropolis Tower for Matreiuss. I see these militia just so rude. Kimo just wants to gather some gold. He's got enough village. He's got enough camel caravans to sustain him. I'm wondering where like all Matreiuss' population is though. He must be like maybe over economized here. I mean, normally you do go over economy in order to get all your upgrades. He's just not able to get them. Let's check out the. You hate to see it. You need flood control. That upgrade is so key. Same with carpenters if you can. But I guess Matreiuss just. Oh, you can get it. You should get it like right now. Iron weapons coming through for Kimo. It's going to start really turning things in his favor. This villager trying to get up this this tower here. Let's kill that one off. And really, I don't know what this scout is doing here, or this guy. I feel like he's maybe just going for trying to snipe down the pharaoh or something. More military buildings just coming up in the middle of the map. It is a bit of a distraction, but that's about it. You see coinage coming through for Matreiuss finally. Copper shields. Carrier pigeons for Kimo is going to have a very... It's Iron Raid! It's Iron Raid! Can we get some hashtag Hannibal Barker? I'm not sure that this kills the town center though. So many villagers here to repair it. I see some towers going up. More Hatyroi just flooding in here. This is going down. This is going down. This raid here is so smart by Matreiuss. You see the priest trying to get over here to empower, and it doesn't manage to do so. And Kimo loses that. He loses that location, and now, but meanwhile, Matreiuss is losing this location over here. Sort of. I mean, there's all these military buildings that he can use to defend with. The villagers fall here, and Matreiuss looks like. We should start making Hippocon now instead of the Hatyroi, and he's gonna be able to just push in and win this. Maybe some Heliopolis or something. Some towers going up for Matreiuss. He sees his chance here. These are Thracian Horse, Spirited Charge, Hatyroi. 221 HP, fully upgraded. Absolute monsters of Hatyroi here. And what does Kimo do? He has to return over with all of his army here, and Matreiuss can just... Well, he should delete these units and get all the units he can on the front here. Hatyroi jumping straight onto those priests, making sure that does not get onto the settlement, because that'll shoot the thing up a lot. We don't see any Petropoli here. Bit of a surprise, because the Petropoli can definitely deny the town center for quite some time. Still making more Hatyroi. Does he have... Well, he doesn't have any special upgrades because he doesn't go Hephaestus. Oh, there's another priest here. The town center's back up. Yeah, I hate to see it. But the watchtowers are up here for Matreiuss. He's managed to get in on this position. So he may be able to be okay here. Going after these baluster towers. See if we can kill them off quickly enough. Needs to get walls up and get Petropolis with engineers. Stop making a Hatyroi at this point, and get those hoplites, Toxotes. Now the watchtowers are set up. Guard towers needs to come through. He's just continuously pumping out Hatyroi here. We should have to pick off this catapult instantly. What do we see over here? Heliopolis on this side, pushing through everything as Matreiuss just keeps changing where the battlefield is. Matreiuss' late game is on another level, and he's managed to take down the siege tower. The Heliopolis can then move in, hit this town center while mercenary getting pumped out over here. He's able to push in onto this as well, but he's not paying attention. Still doesn't have engineers. Needs to get engineers out. These watchtowers doing a lot of damage. We see guard towers coming through. No technologies coming through for Matreiuss at this point. Now we see the brutal power of this Matreiuss late game hitting this town center and this town center at once. And what do? As Ra, you've overdone it with this trade route. 17 gold only on this trade route, and actually because of this forest here, these caravans are going very long way around as well, so it's even more inefficient than you think. Now the Heliopoli are in here, but they're not attacking the town center. They finally do manage to start attacking. We've already got villagers fighting back. More Hetairoi coming in onto this location. And Matreiuss not able to take the town center down. We do see a pharaoh over here in order to repair this. These Heliopoli are going to have to retreat back, but good distraction there. Is Matreiuss getting anything else done? Not really. He needs more walls set up. Finish these walls over here that you had before. All the map back up. Whenever you lose the walls, you could get them back up a bit later. These high towers are so strong. But ballast towers do counter them very well. So with those being up, that's very, very good for Kimo. These siege towers getting sniped. I can see him attempting to push through and kill off some houses here. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Is Matreiuss full population? Not really. He's actually struggling for food quite a bit. Flood control. Looks like the market was picked off. No trade route? What is this trade route here? Idle donkey caravans everywhere. Both players like super struggle town right now on the economy. Big raid coming over here. Going to pick off the priest in order to... You got to go for the... Sorry, the pharaoh. Go for the pharaoh to slow down the... He's hardly on the right market. Half of these caravans are going to this market. What are you doing, Kimo? What are you doing? Now we see the Hetairoi units going after houses here. Big advantage here. Take down the houses. It takes 27 seconds instead of just the 14 seconds for like all the other civilizations to get their houses back. So killing Egyptian houses is very important. Seeing Kimo throwing up more and more ballista towers as he's desperately trying to stay alive here. More Heliopolis coming in, but Walls and Petropolis with Toxotes here would be able to push in on this. If he could manage to do so, more stables. Still no flood control. No carpenters. What are you doing? What are you doing, Matreiuss? We do see this catapult coming out. Going to take down the watchtower. That gives militia over to Matreiuss. Taking off the barracks. Making life difficult for Kimo's production here. Such an idle military needs to get sorted out for Matreiuss. You've got to be always active with everything. I mean, maybe if you're saving up for a raid or something. Sneak over here, kill some of the trade off. More Hetairoi coming in. These Hetairoi, unless he goes for a big Hetairoi push onto this town center, I just don't see the point in building them anymore. And there's those pesky Hippocon coming over here and picking off this location. Oh, these Hippocon, they beat the Spearmen. It's close, but they're trading efficiently. Oh, kind of. Looks like this one wasn't here, but Pharaoh's back empowering again. Fortress going down, and Kimo is managing to clear out Matreiuss. God, someone tell Matreiuss to get flood control. But Kimo's managed to hold off here, but there's a long way to go. Seeing the 10 Hetairoi going after this town center, there's not really that many villagers over here, but there are spearmen, there is 2 ballista towers, and mercenary infantry coming out here to defend. I don't think the town center goes down. Did he restart his market somewhere? Where are these donkey caravans going? This is even more of a Matreiuss market. Matreiuss is back to full population though, so is Kimo. How are the upgrades going? Full iron for Kimo. Matreiuss on the other hand, still shocking upgrades. His economy has not allowed him to get fully upgraded, and now that this push here has been defended, Kimo has some work to do, but he's in command of this game here if he can keep the pressure on. Another Tyro coming over here. More Baluster Towers coming up. And now you just have to accept that Tyro not going to do anything here. Maybe you can run in and kill the markets, I guess. But Kimo's just going to spam those up. Maybe you can kill off some houses. 630 HP houses. That's always useful. Another fortress coming up for Matreiuss. You know, I did say that this game would go for 50 minutes. Don't think I'm wrong. Now both players, if they can get the economy together to go Titan, and they trade their Titan off. Migdol coming up for Kimo. The Tyro coming in, taking down the catapult. And Kimo is, I mean, he's playing well. Like, he's defended this beautifully, to be honest. But, the Tyro just running around the map, running away from those spearmen. Trying to deny a Migdol stronghold. Do these guys get their bonus against building foundations as well? I guess so. All watchtowers going up for Matreiuss. Big oofs. When are the walls going to get in here? Killing Egyptian 101. Walls, guard towers, Petropolis, and Toxotes. And where's the Polyphemus? No Polyphemus. Pretty bonkers though. What's he doing? Oh, a Tyro sneaking through. I mean, there's already Migdol Stronghold and Baluster Tower series. He's not going to get much. Kimo's just defending. He's just defending. But now Matreiuss is setting back up again. He's getting his watchtowers back up. These houses going down are really hurting Kimo. You can see 160 of 150 consistently here. I don't know what that was. I mean, distracted a bunch of spearmen, I guess. More Tyro. Matreiuss is just like, yeah, Tyro are good. Why not just use them? Let's go. The thing is, what Kimo should be doing here is you should get out a rock and then like rock drop in the back somewhere. Like in this area if you could. Like, I mean, obviously you don't know that that's where you need to drop, but you drop here, you build some siege and you go after this town center. Now we have a random mummy here to help out. A Tyro coming in to take down the siege works. I like how he's focusing the buildings that he can kill off. The siege works, they take so long to build, 91 seconds. So killing them off is a good idea. Here comes a random mummy with random Theseus in a watchtower here for some reason. And the catapult coming back out to pick up more of these watchtowers. There's architects for him. I'm surprised there's no guard towers. There's the guard towers. Still no flood control. There's the guard towers. But he's got full bronze now. He's getting closer to full iron. And it's amazing. If he had full iron, I don't think that Kimo's army would be doing as well. Like, obviously it wouldn't be doing as well. Maybe like you'd be able to make a push in. More units coming in here. Thanks for the Dollar Dragon. Hetaro power indeed. these guard towers. Need some walls. Get some walls up. Always walls. Metropolis walls. Maybe upgrade the walls as well if you can. I mean, I don't know if you can. Just like 122 population here. Oh, making hoplite? Hog jab? What's these tire away for? Why is he building them? Like, Kimo's economy is good and all, but it's just... Oh, maybe he can take this down? Three Ballister Towers, 2 Migdol Strongholds. Let's look at the damage here. This goes down so quick. Well, he's going after the Migdols first. 1 dead. One tower dead. 1 Migdol about to be dead. 2 dead. He's doing some damage over here. It's very smart. Meanwhile, Kimo is pushing through this, and as he pushes through, the militia just push back. And then Matreiuss can just trade buildings for militia on repeat here. We see some good damage done onto this location here, but Kimo's just going to be able to just easily put that back up. But, I mean, Kimo doesn't have infinite resources, so... Matreiuss finally starting to float some stuff. Losing these buildings. Towers coming back up. Militia moving in. He's only got heavy hoplites. He needs champion hoplites for these militia. Trying to make some villages. Still no flood control. Imagine 41 minutes into the game, no flood control. Oh, random spearman's going for a wander. Oh! We finally have the first Metropolis. We need a wall though. And there's engineers, siege engineers. Spearmen going after the fortress. Maybe time for boiling oil? Maybe? I don't know. Build walls. Build walls. No? Let the bonkers strong mercenary cavalry come in and kill your Metropolis. Why not? More guard towers coming in as Matreiuss is trying to rotate his guard towers in front of this town center. Doing as best as he possibly can here. He kills the fortress, but then he gets bitch greeted by all these militia. Oh, it's so brutal. He's never going to be able to kill this with 1 or 2 Metropolis. And with the mercenary cavalry pushing back, it's tough. But the towers are going up. I do wonder how this would have looked if it wasn't Dionysus, if you went Aphrodite instead. These spearmen are technically idle right now, because killing these stables does nothing. Does manage to snipe the pharaoh though, so that's going to give him a lot more of a chance here to take down the town center. Flood here. Kimo is just... I don't know, he's just like... Oh, he's got idle military everywhere. 12 spearmen over here. Needs to be on top of that. This is how you lose these late games here. These almost stalemates. It's just lapses. You've got to get villagers, or you've got to kill these villagers. You are taking me down slowly though. Imagine a wall. Imagine a wall. And Kimo's just got no answer for this. I don't, other than rock raids, which I think are probably the right play here. I don't know what else he could do. Like, get a rock, throw villagers in, siege works here. Maybe rock and siege towers onto the town centers or something. And this town center is going down. There's no priest over here. The walls are almost up. We do see the spearmen coming in. There's the priest, though. That's going to change things a lot. The rate of repair goes a lot faster now. Matreiuss has this game in his sights, but Kimo is holding on for dear life here. Still no flight control. Makes him, I don't understand why he's not making archers. Toxotes here are so good. You can't attack them, you can't get onto them. So they just sit here just trading super efficiently. Now we see the units moving back in. He still needs to hit this priest off. Kill the priest and pharaoh. Everything else doesn't matter. He is like, he's got a solid footing here. And Kimo's got to attack somewhere else. You can't just defend. And then with Pharaoh not empowering, there he goes again. The damage, I think the Metropolis actually killed this faster than it's being repaired here at this point. A couple of villages not repairing. And Polyphemus has entered the building. Can walk straight up to this and just start sledging and kill off these catapults incredibly fast as well. And then whack. And the town center goes down. And Kimo's just like, he can't hold on to it. And now Matreiuss can just move forward with towers. As Matreiuss is just too good. He's just too good at this game. Winning without flood control and the most crazy Matreiuss market you've ever seen. And Kimo's sitting idle with his villagers for some reason. Contemplating life as it is. And Kimo taps out. GG. What an absolute game. What an absolute series. My god, these guys are both insanely good at Age of Mythology, but Poseidon. What can you say about Poseidon that hasn't already been said? At this point, there was a point here where I thought Kimo was just going to walk over Matreiuss over here, but he just didn't. He couldn't. And Matreiuss just has buildings literally everywhere on the map. And he's just completely decimated Kimo here in the end of this game. But the crazy part about this, if I check this post game right now, is Kimo's economy is going to be huge. Kimo's economy is going to be very far in front. Kimo's kill death is going to be very far in front. And Matreiuss wins the game. Right? Am I right? Why is this 3,000 and this 18,000 winning? Oh no, Kimo didn't. I thought Kimo would have been super far in front on the resources. All right, well, I guess I was wrong on that. Jesus. Economy, civilian unit count, 115 to 113. Guess that does mean that Matreiuss is going to be fun, but he just didn't have the upgrades. That's wild. That's wild. How strong Poseidon's economy is. He didn't even have divine blood. This tells a story though. 871 to 790, but so many of these are militia. Do we get to see it? 318 champion Hetairoi were made. My god. What a series. What a game. Matreiuss is going to be moving on to face the player he needs to face. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys if you haven't seen it. If you enjoyed this game, please click the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to go to sleep. Have a fantastic day, evening, morning, whatever it is. And I'll see you guys in the next game.